having a life scholarship and being able to afford to go to college made me feel inspired to go.
When I got a life scholarship, it was such a relief.
I knew that I wanted to have an impact. Having a life scholarship through the SC Education Lottery was huge. It gave me the opportunity to make that impact right here at home.
The South Carolina Education Lottery. A better you, a better us, a better South Carolina. Visit sceducationlottery.com/betteryou.
Your morning blitz begins now.
Have a great Friday, you mother...
Oh, we will. We will for sure.
Yes.
It's going to be a pretty decent day today. Humid, but it looks like the rain's going to hold off. High of about 86. And then it just gets warmer from there into the low 90s tomorrow. And then it just rolls on as we are going to be in the 90s for about the next week or so.
Do you guys have a pool you go to? I know you have your next door neighbor's pool, Vic.
Yeah, then there's the Hilliard pool.
All right. I was reading on Reddit, the Columbus subreddit, people are complaining about the Westerville Highlands Park pool, which is the public pool in Westerville, that they close at 7 p.m. And I always remember our pools, like, staying open until 9 p.m.
Yeah.
You know, because, I mean, you get home from work and eat dinner and all, and it's like 6:30, and then there's no time to swim.
Oh, interesting. I thought maybe they would close at 7.
Our pools are always open till 9. And I thought, wow, that's wild. I think it's maybe a staffing issue. I don't know. Yeah. You can't find guards and things like that, obviously, for safety. But I was like, are there any pools open till 9 in the area?
Yeah, because I can remember we'd get into late August, you know, where it started getting dark a little earlier.
Yeah.
And we would be in the last half hour, like, going off the diving board in the dark.
Yeah.
You know, they had the lights on.
Lights on. I was like, probably not supposed to do that.
It was great, man.
I swore we came here with 7 kids, and now there's only 6.
That's maybe a mystery will never be solved.
Right. Well, welcome to your Friday. Should be a great day, a great weekend ahead. I don't know if she's up and listening yet, but real quick, I just want to give a shout-out to my fiancée, Nora, because she's just the most unbelievable woman with a fiancé and 2 boys. Her entire day today is nothing but the 3 men in her life. She's getting up here because the 13-year-old, they went for a walk over at the quarry here, and they walked by, I guess there's a fishing hole over there, a pond or something.
It's pretty large, actually.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And while they were doing their walk the other night, they saw a bunch of people fishing. So Adam, who's kind of gotten interested in fishing, and his grandpa gave him a fishing pole and a little tackle box. She said, I'm going to go. So they're getting up. She's probably getting up now, getting ready, because they're going to go to the quarry and go fishing.
Oh, wow.
Yesterday, on the way to Full Throttle Thursdays, I was thinking about it. I was like, there's not a lot going on tomorrow. It's supposed to be nice. I looked at her, I was like, we should go golfing tomorrow. Because she always comes with me and plays my caddy and that kind of stuff. So they're going to get home from fishing. I'm going to get home from work. We're going to go golfing after that. And then the 16-year-old has got this magic thing going on that he wanted her to see. So she's going to go to the card shop. And
the Gathering. Magic the Gathering.
Yeah, exactly. The card game. Yeah.
Oh, I thought he was going to pull the rabbit out of the hat.
No. But she's going to go do that, after dinner.
God bless Nora.
Right?
Yes.
Amazing.
Ultimate mother and wife.
What are you all doing for her this weekend? Let's figure that out.
Well, we're leaving first thing tomorrow. We have to go up to Detroit because we have a wedding on Saturday and a marriage. What's the word I'm looking for? Anniversary party.
Oh, okay.
On Sunday before we turn around and come back on Sunday. So, So for this weekend, nothing. I'll take her out next weekend.
Why don't you give her a good back rub and with no expectations after? All right.
It won't be me. She's going to be the one who.
Oh, she'll be the one.
She'll be the one.
Oh, especially if you give her a back rub.
Yeah, for sure. 100%. How are you on a Friday, Kelly?
I'm doing really well. Yeah.
Vic, what about you?
I'm good. Kelly was very nice this morning, trying to make me feel better after our death test yesterday.
Okay.
And for telling me about her friend who's tall and thin and in great shape, works out, and she can't do it either.
It was the sit down. You have to sit down and stand up without using your hands, and it's supposed to tell you whether you're going to survive the next 10 years of life.
Yeah.
And it's a legitimate study that is one indicator of your health.
Mm-hmm.
But I do think it's physiological issue. Some people just, their center of gravity is different, and they cannot roll forward and stand up.
And we all have very large asses.
No?
I don't know about that.
I mean, you were, like, I'm telling you, an acrobat. You could join the circus with the flexibility and the strength you have.
Shockingly, I was turned down by Cirque du Soleil. I was very upset about that.
Well, I don't think Cirque du Soleil, but like Fred's Circus that goes from like
Fred's
Oh, gotcha,
it's like
Fred.
sets
Okay.
up in the Speedway parking lot.
Watch the amazing sitting and standing man.
Yes.
He can just sit down and stand up with no
Flexibility.
assistance.
Flexibility may have a lot to do with it,
Yeah.
but that may have a lot to do with your health, how flexible you are.
Right.
It does factor in for sure. And if you want to see how it's done, you can go to our Facebook page because the video's posted
Yeah,
there.
you don't need to do that.
Watch Nick struggle.
After the thousands of people that did do it yesterday.
Rock back and forth like a what was that? The Weeble Wobble. They weeble and they wobble, but they won't fall down.
And they can't stand up
Yeah,
either.
that's right. Let's go on a Friday thing. Blitz Morning Trivia. What you got?
All right, $25 to waterbeds and stuff. You're the first one to text in the correct answer at 99700. The canned water company, Liquid Death. They are now selling iced tea that contains the DNA of what rock star? Liquid Death is selling this iced tea, and it actually has the DNA of what rock star in it. Be the first one to tell us the rock star at 99700, and you're the winner.
Let's get that answer for Blitz Morning Trivia, Thick.
All right, the question was Liquid Death, which is a canned water company, is now selling iced tea that contains the DNA of what rock star? And, of course, it's Ozzy Osbourne. It's got his DNA in it. The limited edition is called Infinite Ozzy and features 10 cans of Liquid Death that were each consumed by Ozzy before being sealed to preserve his DNA. All right. Each $450 can of Infinite Ozzy is hand-signed by Ozzy and sold out this week on Liquid Death's
wait.
website.
So there's no Liquid Death in it? He already drank it?
Well, that's what the
what
same
I
thing
think.
went through my head.
That's when I read the article a couple days ago. That's what I took away from it.
So we're just
These
getting
are things that he drank.
his spit DNA
Yeah.
or lip DNA?
So he took a drink out of each can,
And then it was resealed?
and then it was sealed.
So we're getting Ozzy backwash?
Ah, yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
And it sold out, yeah. And
Sold out.
the release of the beverage comes as they get ready for the live concert coming up July 5th.
That reminds me of the best Big Bang Theory clip there is when Penny brings Sheldon his Christmas gift, and he opens it up. He goes, "Oh, it's a napkin. It's a dirty napkin." "No, turn it over." He turns it over, and it's signed by Leonard Nimoy. And he starts shaking. He goes, "I contain the DNA of Leonard Nimoy."
And he goes, "I can grow my own Spock."
He goes, do you know what this means? All I need is a healthy ovum, and I can produce my own Spock. Yeah, it's a
I
good
can't think of a single human's DNA that I want to own.
Not a one.
Not
a
a
one.
one.
Nope. I do not care. There's no way. I'm not taking hair. I'm not taking spit. I'm not taking
Like a
other bodily fluids.
You know, people like grab a wad of chewed up gum just so.
Not happening.
I don't know.
Ain't happening.
Yeah.
Real quick. I'm sorry.
I was
Yeah,
just
who
going to
won?
say, Kyle Armentrout from Washington Courthouse, first one to text in and has $25 to waterbeds and stuff.
Congratulations. Can I just throw out a first world problem complaint real quick?
Yes.
Can I implore any company that makes plastic silverware? We all do. You go to a family function or a picnic or whatever, you buy the box of plastic stuff. Why is it that every plastic spoon is a toddler spoon? Like, I'm trying to eat my cereal this morning, and I'm getting one flake and a spitlet of milk. Because it's just the tiniest little spoon.
Yeah, we need plastic tablespoons.
Yes, plastic tablespoons.
Yes,
That's exactly
we have plastic
it.
teaspoons, not tablespoons.
And they're not even teaspoons. I mean, you could
Because they're kind of flat, even almost.
Yes,
they don't really have much spoon to it.
Yes, there's no cuppage. It's like, come on.
It's almost a spatula.
By the time you get it out of the milk, all the milk is gone.
Right.
Like, it's just a piece of flake, and that's it. It could hold like one crunch berry.
There's a monster serving spoon back in the kitchen.
See,
if that would be better.
That's what I'm used to.
Okay.
I am used to like a salad bowl, half a box of Count Chocula, half a gallon of milk, and a wooden serving spoon. Without a doubt.
Talking about my childhood now.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That and some Thundercats, it was game over.
Yep.
It was there. Anyways, that's just first world problems.
I don't know. I don't know why they haven't made plastic tablespoons.
I don't get it. Don't get it. Yeah, you go from plastic Gerber baby spoon up to plastic serving spoon and nothing in between.
Right.
Just saying.
Bubba Wallace here from 2311 Racing. Funny thing about being fast, you end up waiting a lot. First to show up, first in line, then just waiting. Me, I rev up Chumba Casino. With over 200 social casino games, no slow lanes here. Why sit around when you can spin? I'm already racing. Your turn. Play for free at ChumbaCasino.com. Let's Chumba.
Sponsored by Chumba Casino. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
Are you ready to unlock your creativity and transform your passion for beauty into a career? Southeastern College is here to help you take your first steps towards training for a career in cosmetology. Unlock your potential and start your path towards a career making people feel confident. It's time to invest in yourself. Visit sec.edu for more information on our programs and take the first step toward training for a brand new career in cosmetology. Your before and after story starts now at Southeastern College.
$1 million idea right there.
It is. Somebody let something fall through the cracks there in the plastic industry.
TM Circle registered.
Yes.
Fine. Don't take it. 99.7 The Blitz.
Not so breaking news. The news already broke. We're trying to put it back together.
Hey, real quick, let's start with some breaking news before we get to some not so breaking news. And that is, if you're sitting by your phone right now, go ahead and trade out the number. Because for all the people that sit here every morning and interact with us and shoot us texts, we love you for it. Thank you so much. Keep doing it. However, you will no longer need 99-700 because we're simplifying things. And now, 800-821-9970 is going to be the number you call and the number you text.
Perfect.
It's all simplified, all one number.
You only need that one number in your phone for both.
That's right. So save it. 800-821-9970. You can call or text the exact same number. So please make that update in your phone now. All right, let's get to some not-so-breaking news. The first story taking us to Czechoslovakia. Correct? Am I doing that right?
Yeah,
yes,
that
Czechoslovakia. Yes. A 50-year-old woman and two of her cohorts, a 22-year-old and a 40-year-old, have all been arrested after the 22-year-old set up a fake dentist office and actually had two assistants. Yes. A 50-year-old woman who worked as his nurse and a 40-year-old man who worked as like a clerical agent taking care of paperwork. And they set up a fake doctor's office treating dozens of patients using instructions they found on the internet. And let me tell you, right after the show this morning, I'm heading out to get my temporary crown removed and my permanent crown put on, and now I'm a little leery of any dentist whatsoever.
If I walk in, do you know how young a 22-year-old looks?
Yes.
I mean, there is zero way. You are barely out of high school. Show me. I mean, I need to see some transcripts from your dental college.
Especially as you get older, younger people look younger.
Yeah.
So a 22-year-old to us,
is a
yes,
kid.
Looks like a high schooler for sure. And you're like, do you have pubes? Because I don't know if this is going down. I'm not sure that this is going to happen. But sure enough, police say 3 family members opened a surgery without a license over there in Czechoslovakia. They didn't have the necessary professional knowledge. They extracted teeth, performed complex root canals, and applied anesthesia. I mean, what? Excuse me?
How did you even know what to do?
Again, online.
YouTube.
Yeah.
YouTube will teach you everything.
They got all the information online.
If
I go into a dentist's office and I hear hold please.
And then a 30-second commercial. No.
Oh, there it is.
Wait a minute.
272. I got it. No, not happening. I'm out. Not happening.
If you're going to run a scam, you got to make it look legit.
The president of the Czech Dental Chamber said that he had an average of 10 fake dentist cases reported a year in the country. What? That many?
How many do we have?
That's a good question. That is a good question. How many fake doctor reports or fake doctors are there out there?
There are people injecting, like, bootleg Botox in people's faces without any type of certification.
That's true. I mean, I knew it was a little leery when I walked into my doctor's office and he was wearing the FBI shirt, the female body inspector, and I was like, no, you can't do my mammogram.
Feel right.
No, that is not happening. Our second story takes us up to Detroit, where up there in Wayne County, a government employee collected her paycheck at the end of May, the paycheck they get on the last day of the month. And to her surprise, she ended up with an extra $1.6 million deposited into her checking account. Say what? She had worked for the county for over 20 years and very responsibly went to her supervisors the next day to alert them as to what had happened and to begin the process of returning the seven-figure sum. However, the big question now is, how the hell did this happen? Well, as it turns out, this employee was just given a pay raise, and the person in charge of updating all the information in the employee records typed in her employee ID number into the hourly pay section of the online form. So her hourly rate was obviously through the roof. Computers do what computers do, and they don't know any different. They just do the math. $1.6 million. Now, this is absolutely unbelievable, and this is not the first time it's happened up in Wayne County. Here they are talking about it.
I'd be very concerned about what's happening with payroll in the county. Certainly, that's an incredibly big mistake.
Sometimes things slip through the cracks. They shouldn't.
No excuses for it. That kind of thing can't happen. I think there are a lot of errors that went on. What I can tell you is there are multiple fail-safes, theoretically, built into the system, and at least 3 of those didn't work.
3 fail-safes didn't work. Whoops. 2 people have lost their jobs over this, but maybe rightfully so, because this is not the first time it happened. Back in August of last year, about 400 county sheriff's employees reported being shortchanged. They were paid less than $1 on their paycheck. So the completely opposite direction.
Less than $1.
Come on.
Did the employee report it?
This employee?
Did the company say, hey, you got too much money?
No, she reported it.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
She reported it the next day. She went in and she was like, I don't think I'm supposed to be paid $1.6 million.
Well, remember the other week we all got paid double, and then, like, within an instant, then that second time was taken out again?
Yep.
Like, we didn't have to do anything. It's
They
like
paid us all twice. They paid us all, took it out, and then paid us again. Yeah.
I was like, boo.
Right? Thought we had a nice little bonus roll.
Yeah.
Nope.
Not how it happened. Hey, guys, you're not so breaking news. 99.7 The Blitz.
It's the Morning Blitz.
It's time. Rock and Rumble. Kelly versus Goose.
On The Blitz.
All right, here we go. We got some Ghost tickets to give away. They're going to be at Rocket Arena in Cleveland, July 17th. It's time for another Rock and Rumble. Kelly versus Goose. We need 2 teammates right now. 800-821-9970. You doing your calisthenics over there?
Yeah, what's it to you?
No. You hyping yourself up?
What's it to
Wait, now you're dancing?
Getting the old blood
dancing?
flow into the brain.
Okay.
Takes a little bit.
If you want to see Ghost, 800-821-9970. Someone's going to be represented by Kelly. Someone's going to be represented by Goose. And someone's going to be walking away with tickets to see Ghost now. It's Friday morning. Why don't you want to roll into your weekend with a pair of concert tickets that you don't have to pay for? I mean, come on. Saving you some money here. Who doesn't want to do that? Let's see. Blitz, good morning. Hi, who's this?
It's Eric. How you doing?
Good. Eric, you called in first, so it's your choice. You want to be represented by Goose or Kelly?
Goose.
Oh, good choice, man. Good choice on a Friday morning. All right,
Eric.
hang on,
I
Eric.
see how this is, Eric.
Blitz, hi, who's this?
This is Chris.
Chris. All right, Chris, you are going to be with Kelly.
Yes!
So we've got Eric and Chris. We're going to put you on hold as we throw it down in another Rock and Rumble. This is where Thick will play a song. First person to answer gets the win. What is today's category, Thick?
Today is soundtrack songs. I will play the song. You have to name the movie that it's from.
Just change the scoreboard now to a W for me. 11, 12, and 4. Yeah, soundtracks are. That's my.
It's your jam.
What we call a delicious meal at Texas Roadhouse. That's the bread and butter.
Oh, it's your sweet spot.
Yeah.
Okay.
I gotta play you at Song Pop.
Okay. Are you ready, Kelly?
I guess.
All right, rock and rumble. It's all about movie soundtrack songs. See who walks away, Eric or Chris, with a pair of tickets to see Ghost.
Chris, I need you to be in the wind beneath my wings, baby. Let's do this.
All right.
Bette Midler? Thick, let's go.
Yeah, that's who that would be. All right. I'll play the song. You say the movie title. Ready?
Yep.
Here we go.
Oh, yeah, that is. Ferris Bueller. Dang it. You got it. I heard you come in right before me.
All right, one on the board for Goose. All right, second song. Tell me the movie.
Oh, yeah.
Did they steal that from Dirk Moto?
They might have.
Here we go.
I believe in all the jet planes.
Armageddon.
Yes.
No,
I mean, that's an iffy one, but okay.
It's on there. All right.
Because they sing it before they leave. Ben Affleck sings it to Liv Tyler.
Ready?
Yeah.
It is Ryan Seacrest here. There was a recent social media trend which consisted of flying on a plane with no music, no movies, no entertainment. But a better trend would be going to ChumbaCasino.com. It's like having a mini social casino in your pocket. Chumba Casino has over 100 online casino-style games, all absolutely free. It's the most fun you can have online and on a plane. So grab your free welcome bonus now at ChumbaCasino.com. Sponsored by Chumba Casino.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
Not good.
Oh my God,
I don't watch movies, man. I mean, it's a terrible category for me.
Is there a sexier scene? Is there a sexier scene in a movie when the silhouette, when Tom Cruise and Kelly McGillis are about to go at it, and he just licks her neck? He's like, oh.
Gross.
These are all from movies you did watch. You saw Top Gun.
I saw Top Gun, like, back when it was released. I haven't seen it in years.
Oh, wow.
It doesn't matter. I don't care. Go on.
That's one of the
ready
movies.
to go.
That's one of the movies they're re-releasing this summer for the classic movie series. I never saw Top Gun in theaters. I can't wait to go see it.
Oh, okay. All right.
He went like this. We went like that. I said to Hollywood, where'd he go? Hollywood said, where'd who go?
I wish I got the reference. I'm assuming it's from Top Gun?
Yeah.
Okay. You guys! All right, give me something I would know. Come on.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. The temperature's 110 degrees.
Legally blonde.
Holy crap, Viper's up here. Viper's up here. Great. He's probably saying, holy crap, it's Maverick and Goose. Yeah, I'm sure he's saying that.
Can you do the whole movie?
Son, your body is writing checks.
Your ass can't catch.
So, yeah. All right, moving on.
All right. Let's see, Kelly. Let's see if you can get this one.
Young Guns. Young Guns 2.
Yes, Young Guns 2.
Never saw it. Hey, Chris, listen. You're my partner. I love you so much. Like, you're the greatest for picking me as a partner, even though it wasn't your choice. But listen, we're going down. I don't even think there's a way I can...
In a blaze of glory.
Are you going down in a blaze of glory? Yeah. What else you got? Come on.
All right.
Keep it going.
Kelly, come on. You got to get this one.
Footloose.
Yes, you got one.
Goodness. Yes. Oh,
didn't get shut out.
We're coming back, Chris.
Are we coming back? All right. Goose only needs one more to win. So let's see what we got here. How about this?
Breakfast Club. I said it first.
I heard a split second. The came out of her first. The comeback is real. The comeback is real.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
All right. How about this one?
It's the song.
I don't know why that took me so long.
I have never wanted to say bad words on the radio more than I do right this second.
But it shouldn't have taken me that long.
It should have taken me that long.
Goalkeeper about to become Masters champion.
Oh my gosh! Cinderella,
about 200 years ago.
Cinderella story.
So,
Who's gonna use a
Goose has 5.
We need a victory song for you.
We do need a victory song.
You got to pick one.
Yeah, I'll find one.
Okay.
I'll find a victory song. It's gonna be a good one.
I don't need anybody else. Is that it?
No, it'll probably be more like,
Yeah.
Kelly's not good. Kelly does suck. Kelly is a loser and I am winner.
Damn.
You can. That's all right. It's your victory song.
That's true. Hey, Eric, good choice this morning. Congratulations, man. You're going to go see Ghost. You know what? I'm pretty sure it's thick. Don't we have that second pair sitting there?
We have extras.
We do?
Yeah.
All right. Chris, we'll send you as well.
Yes!
Chris?
Yes!
Eric and Chris, you're both going to see Ghost down in Cleveland, or I should say over in Cleveland, on July 17th. Congratulations. You guys hang on 1 second. We'll get some info from you.
For a second, Chris and I weren't going to talk to you guys for a second, but now, we're total buds again.
What do you mean Chris wasn't going to talk to us?
No, we talked about it.
Your fault.
Yeah, me and Chris talked about it. He agrees with me.
The fact that you got your ass kicked is not Chris's fault.
For the record, that would be up in Cleveland.
Yes, up.
Up in Cleveland.
Up in Cleveland. All right, you guys hang on. We'll get you hooked up. We have got more tickets to give away coming up later this morning. In fact, in about an hour, your chance to win 311 and Bad Flower tickets, 997 The Blitz.
All right, well, guys, I don't know exactly what a heat dome is, but I do know we are in one, or at least entering one right now. Summer officially begins today with the arrival of the summer solstice. It is the longest day of the year in the northern hemisphere as the Earth tilts closest to the sun. Places like Fairbanks, Alaska will see nearly 22 hours of daylight. That's wild.
Yeah.
It's so cool. Of course, in the southern hemisphere, it's the day one of winter. But yeah, we're going to be in the mid-90s for a solid week. And then eventually we'll ease back down into the mid-80s. But yeah, enjoy this massive heat wave.
The old heat dome.
Yeah.
That's what Nora calls it when I pull the covers over.
The heat dome?
Yeah, let one go.
Oh, you mean a Dutch oven?
Yeah, Dutch
oven.
oven.
We just call it a heat dome.
Okay, I like it. Great news for fans of the iconic Chef Annette Diner in Upper Arlington. That restaurant has been a fan favorite for 70 years. The owner sold it last year, about 15 months ago, and the new guy, Mike Purdom, closed it down for renovation. He has reupholstered the original chairs, repaired the swivel seats at the counter, repainted the interior, and cleaned some artistic features that have been at the restaurant for decades. There's a brand new kitchen there, and guess what? Just about, 1 minute ago, they reopened the doors for business. So the Chef Annette in Upper Arlington is back open for business.
Yeah, I saw one picture. They had some food laid out on the table. Looked like a little breakfast nook joint.
Yeah.
Food looked good.
Yeah, they have burgers, sandwiches. They're open till 2:30.
Okay, a little breakfast brunch place.
Yeah,
I'll have to go check it out.
My kids love that place.
By now, you have likely seen that wild video of a woman absolutely losing it on a Southwest Airlines flight at LaGuardia this week. Witnesses say the woman was drunk and upset about having to sit next to a larger woman, and she went nuts. People who were there describe her as looking possessed, and if you've seen the video, they're not wrong. She berated this poor woman, pulled her hair, spit on her multiple times. Southwest attendants and passengers were trying to restrain her, and she just wouldn't stop. That sets the scene here, so you can listen to the audio.
Shut the up! Don't touch me! Step back. Let go over here.
You gotta do that.
Let go over here. I'm not. Andre, I'm not even touching your hair, bitch. Andre, we need the police right now.
You need to let go right now.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't want to sit next to a fat lady. Let go over here.
You need to let go right now. Let go over here.
Look at this fat lady. Look at this fat ass bitch. She can't even, look, you can't even see her stomach. It's horrible. Look at her outfit. Look at this fat ass bitch. Hilarious. Sorry, I can't hear you. I can't hear you, ugly ass dude. He's never gonna lay it again. Okay, I'm sorry, black guy. My boyfriend's black, so shut the f. My boyfriend's a black guy. My boyfriend's a black. My boyfriend's black. My boyfriend's a black guy. Oh my god.
She's sitting.
We're not doing all that. We're not Shut the up, ugly ass bitch. You're so Wait, you guys, you never got laid in your life. Your boyfriend's is like 2 inches big. That's embarrassing. I'm so sorry about your boyfriend. That's horrible.
I would have been laughing hysterically in her face the entire time until she spit. I mean, it'd have been,
that's assault.
Oh, what did the 5 fingers say to the face?
Yep.
In the beginning, you see her grab this poor woman's hair, and she is yanking and holding on for dear life. I would say for a solid 45 seconds, she had this woman's hair yanked back.
Yeah.
And people are trying to get her grip released from this woman's hair. It was so disturbing to watch. It was really awful. And, a bunch of people jumped in to help. They ended up zip tying her, and they had...
Ryan Seacrest here. When you have a busy schedule, it's important to maximize your downtime. One of the best ways to do that is by going to ChumbaCasino.com. Chumba Casino has all your favorite social casino games like spin slots, bingo, and solitaire that you can play for free for a chance to redeem some serious prizes. So hop on to ChumbaCasino.com now and live the Chumba life. Sponsored by Chumba Casino.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
To bring her out on a stretcher.
I saw that.
Because she wouldn't, sit in a wheelchair. They were going to wheel her out and, attach her to it.
They strapped her down.
They strapped her down to a gurney and wheeled her out of there. That is how out of control this woman is. So
she's going to
obviously,
have a fun couple of weeks.
Listen to this. So the internet went to work and identified her pretty quickly. She is 32-year-old Leanna Perry. She's an illustrator based in New York City. She works with brands like Maybelline, Steve Madden, Adidas. She's done design work for them.
Anymore.
So she was arrested. They immediately took her to a hospital for evaluation. She was okay. Then they charged her with 5 counts of assault, harassment, obstruction, disorderly conduct. She was released later in the day on Tuesday, and she will be back in court on September 3rd.
She's going to have a fun time driving wherever she needs to go because she's going to be on the no-fly list.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you're not getting on another domestic or any other flight. No, I agree. All right, those are your 3 things.
Hindsight being 2020, can you look back and go, okay, that probably wasn't the best idea? Can you think of something you did, and then you're like, probably shouldn't have done that. Should have made a different choice, or should have handled that differently, maybe. 800-821-9970. Because I tell you this, or ask this question because of the story about Anna Barbara Burr Boldrini. She is a 31-year-old singer from Brazil, who unfortunately is no longer with us after traveling to Istanbul for some plastic surgery. She wanted a breast augmentation, some liposuction, and a nose job. This is all to help her aesthetics, to help promote her career. And through the process, she actually, I guess her and her husband kind of got to know the surgeon that was going to do, the plastic surgeon that was going to do all this work. And they said, before we do all this, let's head out for a night on the town in Istanbul. And sure enough, that's what they did. Went out, did a little partying, did a little drinking, got a little tipsy. The surgeon even brought up the fact, hey, do we want to push this like a day? Maybe a little bit of extra recovery time? They said, nah. Well, shortly after surgery, her heart rate slowed, which then sent her into cardiac arrest, and she's no longer with us, unfortunately. So in the world of bad ideas, I would say taking your surgeon out partying and drinking the night before is kind of at the top of the list of things you shouldn't do and bad choices you've made.
Yeah.
Kelly, can you think back of a time and hindsight, you're like, that probably wasn't the best idea?
My next door neighbor, Gary, and I used to hang out all the time, just having a good time. He was the one, he and I learned to ride my unicycle. We were always palling around together. So especially in the winter, we had some good winters back in the day in Ohio. And he lived right next door in a ranch. And we thought, you know what? It snowed so much. Let's kind of get a ramp built up to your roof. And then we'll jump from your roof. And
yes.
At the least, we'll just end in, we'll wind up in some soft snow. At the greatest, we'll be sliding down that ramp and we'll freaking go a mile, right?
Yeah.
Well, he offered to go first. And things did not work out well for old Gary. He jumped off the roof. And luckily it was only a sprain. It wasn't a break.
Oh.
But absolutely instantly, he was like, ah! Can't believe he didn't break more. I mean, it was nuts. But yeah, that was a pretty bad idea. I saved myself, obviously. I'm not going first. Made him go first.
Yeah.
He got hurt. We abandoned the idea shortly after that.
Man, I'd have done that in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
For sure, I'd have done that in a heartbeat. Blitz, good morning. Who's this?
Good morning, this is Joe.
Joe, can you think of a time, hindsight 2020, that just going, that probably wasn't the best idea?
Yeah, so when I was younger, man, I trained horses for like 22 years. And me and some buddies used to go do amateur bronco riding. And one
that just sounds like a bad idea. Amateur bronco riding.
It was pretty fun, but a buddy of mine was like, well, there's a bull riding arena in Salina, Ohio, and it was and still is, I believe. And he said, let's go ride bulls. Well, my mom used to always come watch us, and by now she had been in a wheelchair because her health was kind of poor. So we went over there, and he paid $15 to ride a bull, and I get on this bull, and the old guy that's helping me and stuff, he's like, this bull's pretty calm, and I'm like, okay, so, and he was. It ended up good, but when I got done, my mom was like, someone was standing in front of me, so I didn't get to see it. Will you do it again? Well, the next bull I got was not calm. And that thing beat the crap out of me.
You know, it's so funny because some people don't know this, but technically, like if the bull riding competitions and the rodeos, bulls are only allowed to be ridden once, and then they're done. And so the one time I went bull riding, I was supposed to get the older, calmer bull, but they had like an extra professional rider come in and something got screwed up. So I ended up on like one of the most aggressive bulls.
Ooh.
Oh. And yeah, that was...
I saw the end of that.
Yep, absolutely. Oh, thanks for the call, man. Yeah, hindsight being 2020, probably the best idea. You escaped once. Like, you did it once and survived. Probably not the best idea to go back and do it again.
No.
So if you've got one, 800-821-9970 or 99-700, 99.7 The Blitz. Hey, welcome to your Friday. It's going to be a pretty gorgeous day today before we hit that heat wave. High of about 86, sunny skies, and I'm so confused.
Why? Because I just let your entire family in the.
Well, that we were waiting for you. Then I got a text that Nora and Adam are here because they're going fishing, and Thick, you had to help set up the fishing pole because I don't know how to do that stuff, and apparently you now need to teach a class on how to tie fishing knots because
I can do that.
I'm not going to learn, and if he wants to continue fishing, that's going to be on him. But then
things he needs to know.
But then you typed into our show sheet here what was going down, so I assumed that's what was going down, and it didn't go down, so I didn't have anything prepared. Kelly, how are you today?
I'm doing great, and I can't wait to talk about our worst pain that we've ever felt because I've got something.
You do?
And it made me understand. Well, we can talk about it when you're ready, but I'm ready anytime. That's all I want to tell you.
We're going to get there. We're going to get there in about 8 minutes or so. So
right.
You hang on for that. Just completely unprepared at this moment because things that were supposed to happen aren't happening, and it just totally screwed everything up. Thanks, Vic. Appreciate you throwing me under the bus. That's wonderful.
Okay,
That's why you can't stand up, and you're not going to be here in like 7
All right,
minutes.
well, okay, you're gonna do that. You're gonna throw me under the bus. In all fairness, before the show started, I said, "Hey, I typed that in there just so you'd remember it was happening," but it didn't need to air there. I just put it there. I told you that.
Okay, I'd love to talk about. I'd really love to work this out on the radio, but instead, let me ask you.
Kelly's here to save the day.
Couples therapy. He always blames me for everything, and it's not my fault.
Okay, Thick, can you let Goose know that you hear what he's saying and you understand what he's trying to communicate?
F him!
Oh, yeah, this isn't working well.
No, not at all.
Respect my counselor's license.
I'm sorry. You were going to say
Well, I
something?
was going to say, because we've done it before about new things that you're maybe going to do this weekend. Like,
Hello, it is Ryan, and I was on a flight the other day playing one of my favorite social spin slot games on ChumbaCasino.com. I looked over at the person sitting next to me, and you know what they were doing? They were also playing Chumba Casino. Everybody's loving having fun with it. Chumba Casino is home to hundreds of casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com to claim your free welcome bonus. That's ChumbaCasino.com and live the Chumba life.
Sponsored by Chumba Casino. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
like brand, like something new you've never tried.
First Time Friday.
Your family is going fishing, I'm assuming, for the first time at the quarry, right?
Yeah,
All
that's
right.
true. In fact, Adam, come here.
Corey Metroport.
Uh-oh, here we go. Here we go.
All right, so you've got your you have to dedicate a full like Saturday morning or whenever Thick is free because you have to learn how to do this stuff on your own and tie your bobber knots and everything, okay?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just making sure.
What can you catch over there? Do you know, Thick? What kind of fish?
There are bass in there. There are stripers in there. There are catfish. There are bluegill. I imagine there's carp. There's carp everywhere.
Do you know what they were catching when you walked by the other day? And you saw
Well,
them?
he was just sitting over the dock with his rod.
Speak up!
He was sitting over the dock, like with his rod just hanging over,
Okay.
just catching like a little like baby fish.
Just a little baby
bluegill.
fish.
Probably
Okay,
But he was
bluegill.
like an older guy.
Okay, but you got your hot dogs ready to go?
Yeah.
It's the official Corey fish bait.
Adam,
There's stripers in there.
Are you catching dinner for tonight, or what's happening? No? Okay.
There are stripers in there. Chicken liver's the best bait for those. And they
Chicken
get
liver.
Big.
I'll tell you, one of the coolest things, though, was like 2 years ago, we were at the lake house, and Nora and I were out in the boat, and we come back, and the boat dock is probably a good football field away from the house, and we just hear yelling and screaming, and Adam came out holding, like, this 2-foot dogfish. Like, he could barely hold on to the thing.
How heavy was that
Yeah.
thing?
I don't know.
Anyway, he was leaning back to try and hold on to it. I was like, man, you caught that thing? And his exact quote was, I was fighting for my life.
It was bad.
It was good, though. All right.
You've got to have Thick take you out on his bass boat. All right? That's got to happen.
We have talked about it.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, that's happening.
We're going to...
Adam is a fisherman. He's a gamer. I mean, me and this kid are going to get along great, except for that whole Michigan thing.
That's all right. That's all right.
Don't let him give you no stuff.
I'm going to turn him into a Buckeye fan.
I had a question though
You
for
have a-
Thick. How do I get like the hook out? Like, do I just pull like up and out?
Oh, we're doing on-air fishing lessons. Okay. Go ahead.
There are pliers in your tackle box if
Yeah.
it's down in there. Yeah, you just grab it, push it the opposite way it's going in. It'll pop right out.
All right. Thanks for the fishing
Hey,
lesson.
if
Thank
you
you
catch
so much.
a sunfish, fold that gill back or that's the spike back.
Oh, the dorsal fin. It's got a lot of sharp points on
Are
top
there any
of it.
sunfish there?
Yeah, bluegill, same thing.
Oh, bluegill's
They're pretty much.
okay. Yeah, because that thing will... That's all right. I don't want to tell you my fishing horror story right before you go out fishing, okay? But it did
Is that
not
the worst
feel
pain
good.
you ever felt?
Nope.
Are we good? Can we move on from
Yes,
fishing
please,
radio?
I'm ready.
Okay, great. It's 99.7 The Blitz. Three-toe alive kick, your song of the day.
Say that again.
Three-toe alive kick.
Three-toe alive.
Oh, five-finger death punch. Oh! Opposites.
Oh, so you got good at that, Kelly.
So you're right. All of a sudden, good at the game. Yeah. Now, Five-Finger Death Punch, your incarcerated song of the day. And Mike's on the phone. Mike, congratulations, man. You're calling number 9.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, you're going to be there on Sunday at Incarceration, Ohio State Reformatory. Going to be a great show. I hope you have a great weekend planned and enjoy, okay?
Okay, man.
Thanks a lot, man. There you go. Incarceration. It's going to be a great weekend. What is the worst pain you ever felt? Kelly, you were all excited about this. Said you knew one right away.
Yes.
The worst pain you ever felt.
When I woke up from getting my gallbladder removed, I was in the most exquisite pain I've ever felt, to where I started shaking. Now, granted, that could have partially been because of the anesthesia.
Right.
But I was in so much pain, I was like shaking head to toe. And all of a sudden, I get a dose of Dilaudid. And I want to tell you the warmth and the calmness and the serenity.
Mm-hmm.
It was at that moment I thought, I get drug addiction. I understand it now.
Oh, 100%.
Because it felt so peaceful, and there was no pain whatsoever. And I thought, right now, I could do anything, but I'm not going to. I'm going to fall asleep.
Was it just like a hug from a unicorn?
It felt. I just the only thing I could describe was it just felt like absolute warmth, just spreading over my entire body. There was no more shaking, no more pain. It was as if I was experiencing paradise.
Well, wait, but talking about the worst pain you ever felt, what did it feel like that was so painful? Was like a cramping sensation, a hot sensation?
All I can think is that they did it laparoscopically, so I just had little incisions made around, and then they just suck your gallbladder out of one of those. I don't know how they do it.
Oh.
But yeah, I guess it was just surgical. I don't even know how to describe it, but it was just in my midsection. It was just so much burning, hot, horrifying pain that I could not stop shaking.
Now, Casey says, I've had my gallbladder removed, and I've had children with no epidural, and the toothache I had is the worst pain I've had, hands down.
Oh, wow, toothache.
I could totally see that. Blitz, good morning. Hi, who's this?
This is Randy.
Randy?
Yeah.
Hey, Randy, what's the worst pain you've ever felt?
Oh, God. Probably nerve pain.
What pain?
Nerve pain?
Yeah, nerve pain.
Oh, I could totally see that. What part of the body was the nerve pain in?
On my leg.
Oh, yeah.
All the way down your leg.
I could totally see that being painful for sure. Because that's like a hot razor, like nail type, like stepping on nails, kind of, isn't it?
Yeah.
No, it's like electricity.
Okay.
Is this sciatic? Are you talking about sciatic?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that is brutal.
Man, I've seen people hobbling
really
around
knocks you down.
talking about their sciatica for sure. Thanks for the call so much. I know mine was my 2 broken ribs from when I got thrown from the bull.
Yeah, that looked really painful. I saw video evidence of this. That looked...
Yeah, landing on my side. And what was crazy was getting up and getting out of there. They're like, you got to go. Like, the bull's jumping around. And it wasn't till later where I was like, that doesn't feel right. And then, you can't lay down because all that ab work. You can't sit up because of all the ab work. You can't laugh. You can't cough. God forbid if you sneeze. Oh my God. Yeah, 2 broken ribs was the worst pain I've ever had. Thick, can you think of the worst pain?
Yeah, first I'll say anything fire, pain from fire is horrible.
Oh, burns.
Okay.
Burns.
Yeah.
But I think the worst has to be that damn Novocaine needle.
What?
When you go to the dentist.
Yeah.
That Novocaine needle.
Okay, let me give you a hot tip, okay? If you ever have to get a root canal and need serious Novocaine, go to an endodontist because they know how to do it. I'm telling you, the endodontist appointment I went to, they have multiple Novocaine shots. Absolutely, it could not have been a better experience.
Really?
Anytime I've had to get it done at the dentist, it's been difficult.
Interesting. Okay. 800-821-9970. Blitz, good morning. Hi, who's this?
This is Dave.
Dave, what's the worst pain you ever felt?
The worst pain I have ever felt in my life is I had a case of gout.
Oh, gout.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, what is that? Is it in your foot?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, what is it?
It's uric acid that fills up and crystallizes in your joint.
Yeah.
Most people get it in their big toe, and they can't sleep. I had it for an entire month. It was in my elbow, my wrist, both knees, and my ankles.
Oh, my God.
I could not walk. I could not work.
It is Ryan Seacrest here. There was a recent social media trend which consisted of flying on a plane with no music, no movies, no entertainment. But a better trend would be going to ChumbaCasino.com. It's like having a mini social casino in your pocket. Chumba Casino has over 100 online casino-style games, all absolutely free. It's the most fun you can have online and on a plane. So grab your free welcome bonus now at ChumbaCasino.com. Sponsored by Chumba Casino.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
Oh.
I've been hit by semis. I've been run over by cars. I've fallen off buildings. It is the worst thing I have ever had.
You led a very interesting life.
Yeah, you need to get yourself a bubble wrap suit. Like, you just need to walk around in bubble wrap all the time.
I ain't nerfing up anything. I'm living.
I'll tell you what. I have heard probably the worst thing about gout is you have to lay off of red meat. I guess it agitates.
You got to lay off of red meat, alcohol, sweets, anything with purine.
Is that how you had to get rid of it?
Well, it makes it worse. It can agitate it.
But I mean, how do you get rid of it?
I drink a lot of water with lemon juice, or actually half a lemon in it.
Okay.
And that helps flush out your joints.
Okay.
Flush out the
And then I
joints,
just changed my entire diet.
Wow.
I started out on carnivore. And I was losing weight and eating and just keep going through steak after steak. And then when this hit, it hit like a
ton of bricks is what we'll say.
Bad.
Yeah, because that's the thing.
You hit like a ton of bricks like the semis that hit you in the past.
Right. Well, thanks for the call, man. Oh, Nikki says it was my third C-section and the incision burst open.
Oh no!
Terrifying and excruciating, painful experience of my life.
Crazy.
I felt like my guts were pouring out.
Oh my God!
No!
Dang.
Blitz, good morning. Hi, who's this?
Dave.
Dave, what's the worst pain you ever felt?
When my mom died.
Gosh, emotional pain. That's very awful.
Pain is awful.
It's really awful.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
That is very painful. I'm a year or so into that for sure.
Yeah.
Man, that's a tough one.
Aww.
Well, thanks for the call, Dave. 800-821-9970 or 99700. Oh, it's a cringy Friday morning as we are listening to the worst pain you ever felt. 800-821-9970 or 99700. And in fact, if you want, you can change over that 99700 because now text and phone calls can go to the same number, 800-821-9970. That's the only number you need. You can call us or text us right there, 800-821-9970. Larry. Larry, good morning.
Yeah.
How's it going, Larry?
Pretty good.
What's the worst pain you ever felt?
I had my colon removed years ago, and in order to go home, they asked me if I was ready. I said, yeah, and then she pulled out a tube that went down to my groin, through my belly, out through my stomach. And I yelled so loud that the guy next to me, after they left, asked if I was okay.
Oh, my gosh.
It was so painful.
I can't even imagine.
Your body.
Wow.
Oh, God.
It's like a drain tube. They didn't tell you was there.
Oh, okay.
That reminds me.
I just feel
all
weird.
she said was, if you're ready to go, you say, yeah. I'm like, all right, I'm ready. And she just yanked that puppy out. It was like about 2 foot long.
Oh, man.
That reminds me of after the opening scene of Hot Tub Time Machine and what's the Rob Coltree, the bald guy? He's in the hospital and they're talking about taking him on the ski trip. And he goes, no, I'll just take this catheter out. And he just rips his own catheter out.
If they told me I had to take that out before I left, I'd still be there.
Right. You're like, no, I'm good. I'll stay.
Never would have came out.
And Larry, thanks for the call. Appreciate it so much.
Insides are so clenched right now. I can't deal.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Byron says the worst pain he ever felt was when he dislocated his left shoulder. I did that when I was a kid. I dislocated my left shoulder. That does suck.
Yeah?
Blitz, good morning. Hi, who's this?
Hey, it's Justin.
Justin, what's the worst pain you ever felt?
Hey, man, I deal with it every day. It's called ankylosing spinalitis. Works for your people.
What is that?
It's where all your joints and your back fuse together. You lose all your cartilage and all your support.
Oh.
So you ever seen those old guys where they're like hunched over real bad?
Yeah.
They got a big lump in the back. Yeah, if it's not treated, that's how I'll be.
Oh,
my
take care of that. So just every day is back pain?
Every single day is stiffness, and you have to work it out. There is no cure.
Man, so you just doing toe touches and stretches and all kinds of stuff?
Gosh, good luck.
You know what's funny, man, is I moved furniture for 20 years, didn't know about it.
Wow.
And I got tested. Yeah. Got tested for this gene called HLA-B27. And if you're positive with that gene, more than likely it's going to give you either iritis or ankylosing spondylitis.
Unbelievable. Well, good luck, man. Keep at it. Thank you for the call. That's unbelievable.
That's what Mick Mars, Motley Crue's guitar player, has. That's what caused him to have to quit, have to retire.
Yeah. I remember. I saw him shortly after he had the surgery. You could see him standing there all stiff and straight. Yeah. Let's take one more. Blitz, good morning. Hi, who's this?
Hey, got a story here about pain.
Yeah, who's this?
This is Jeff.
Jeff, what's the worst pain you've ever been in?
Well, I had a deviated septum, and they went in there for an operation and shaved that, right?
Oh.
And they pack your nasal passages, at least in the old days, with cotton swabbing.
Yeah.
And, that all dries and stuff, and then they went and pulled it out, first of all. No painkiller. And then...
Can I tell you real quick? I used to love watching those videos, the after rhinoplasty surgery, where they take out the gauze. It's just pulling out the world's biggest booger. Like, it's just this massive collective thing of dried blood.
But it's also all attached inside there, so it probably makes you bleed again.
Yes, and blood comes gushing out of your nose, and the nurse just grabs your nose between her fingers and just pinches it off. And,
gosh.
I just about came out of it.
We are getting manhandled in the doctor's offices.
Absolutely.
Why don't they should just take the ultra-absorbent tampons, just one on each nose, and that way you can save a lot on medical bills because you wouldn't have to go back to the doctor. You just leave the string hanging out. You go pop, pop, and pull them both out on your own.
Have you seen the price of extra-strength tampons or whatever they are?
Oh, they through the roof. All right.
Through the roof, baby.
Well, I appreciate the call, man. Thank you so much. What do you got over there, Kelly?
All right, this person says, when I was 17, I was racing my buddies on my bike. I cut through a yard to get through a trail faster, and there was a clothesline that literally clotheslined me, slammed me to the ground, and knocked me out. Woke up to a half-inch rope burn across both arms, and, sorry, Goose, across my nips. Rope burn.
Rope burn nippies.
Still have the scar across me 25 years later.
My God. Let's wrap up with this one. 3572 text in. The worst pain I ever felt was losing to Michigan last year.
Oh, gosh, isn't that the truth?
I agree with you on that one.
That was awful.
That had to be so painful.
It was.
Oh, I'm so not sorry. 997 The Blitz.
I hate you.
And now, the 3 things you need to know before you go.
A judge has ordered that a mediator be appointed to help resolve the legal battle between the Ohio State University and hundreds of former athletes who were sexually abused by former team doctor Richard Strauss. A status hearing was held yesterday, one day after the HBO documentary Surviving Ohio State premiered. Ohio State has so far paid millions of dollars in settlements, but there are dozens of former athletes who have not settled. The mediator will likely be appointed within 30 days. An attorney representing the victim says he'll work with the mediator, but he is absolutely preparing to go to trial. 3 people have died, more than a dozen others hospitalized. Died. Listen to this. It's a listeria outbreak linked to pre-made chicken fettuccine Alfredo meals sold nationwide at Kroger and Walmart. 3 people have died, man.
Riley Herbst from 2311 Racing here. And you know what grinds my gears? Waiting for coffee. But instead of counting frappes and lattes, I fire up Chumba Casino. No apps, no fuss, just fun social casino games to pass the time. By the time my coffee's ready,
Order for Riley.
I've already taken a few victory laps. Next time you're stuck waiting, make it entertaining. Play for free at ChumbaCasino.com. Let's Chumba.
Sponsored by Chumba Casino. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
Federal health officials say the company is called Fresh Realm, and they've issued a recall of meals made before June 17th, like 3 days ago. The recalled meals are sold in the refrigerated sections of Walmart and Kroger. They are labeled market-side grilled chicken Alfredo or home chef heat and eat chicken fettuccine Alfredo. One of the people sickened is a pregnant woman who lost her unborn baby as a result.
Oh, my God.
That's going to cost you.
That is just crazy. So check your refrigerator. Tourism in Japan has really exploded since the pandemic. Apparently, it's fairly affordable to go and visit what is pretty much exotic to us Americans, but there's been a rapid decline lately, and it looks like It's because of a popular manga that's freaking out some travelers, and they're not buying flights into the country this summer.
What?
This particular manga is one by Ryo Tatsuki called The Future I Saw. It was originally released in 1999, but an updated version was released a few years ago, claiming that there will be a great disaster in Japan in July of 2025. This comic book prediction has taken on a huge life of its own online. There are tons of posts and videos warning about a massive earthquake on the way. They've gotten millions of views, particularly in Hong Kong, China, Taiwan, and South Korea. Those are in the top 5 tourist markets for Japan.
Right.
Those are the people buying the most flights into Japan, and they're not buying them now. A massive decline in booking of flights to Japan. The Japanese government has had to address it. They're trying to shut down any rumors of a predicted earthquake. They're like, hey, this disaster prophecy is from a comic book, not real scientists. So but people aren't buying it. They're like, nope, sorry, not going to be caught up in some crazy story where manga turned out to be real life.
It's amazing that it has such an effect that they've actually seen. Like, we've all read about the Mayan calendar and when this was supposed to end when this was supposed to end.
Right.
But to have such an effect, they've actually seen a recordable amount of people. Enough to change the data. Like, that's unbelievable.
Yeah, they're like, these people are buying tickets instead to like Australia, Dubai, somewhere in Europe. They're like, that's where we'll travel this summer. We are not going to Japan.
Okay.
Anyway, those are your 3 things.
I was never super athletic. I could hold my own a little bit. In my teenage years, I played basketball. I failed miserably at football. One year at JV football in high school, it was not a pretty sight. I'm not a football player. I did, however, have a little bit of success playing volleyball that I got into in college and played a lot, and actually ended up joining the MPVA, the Midwest Professional Volleyball Association. Played in some tournaments and stuff, but that was about the end of my athletic career. Now I enjoy golfing at a mediocre level, but that's about it. Kelly, did you ever get into some sort of sports?
Well, I was really excited to get on the basketball team in elementary school. They created a new girls basketball team at Valley Forge Elementary School back in the 70s. I'm like, oh yeah. So, I mean, sign me up, right? No, you didn't have to try out. It was just everybody could be on the team.
Okay, yeah.
Awesome. We named ourselves the Cool Cats. We had these yellow T-shirts we played in, and I think that I am known to this day as the record holder for the only person to never, ever make a basket.
Oh, nice. Okay.
And so that's not a joke.
On the opposite end, not on the accelerated
never
end,
made
on the bottom
single basket, but I had the enthusiasm of a champion.
But sometimes you need that person. You need that hype man on the team. Thick.
Yes. I'm like, give me the ball. They're like, nah, we're good.
I'm open. Yeah, there's a reason for that. They're not worried about covering you at all. Thick, athletics, anything that you kind of excelled at?
Only athletics. Just in elementary school, I was always the anchor man in tug of war. That's it. That's all I got.
I mean, to laugh, does that mean because they just planted you there and you weren't
moving? They knew I wasn't moving.
Yeah.
You weren't going to win.
In the opposite direction.
Yeah. That's it. On field day, that was my event. That was it.
Go stand in the back.
Roll me out for the tug of war.
Wrap the rope around you.
You weren't moving us.
All right, but you currently do like fishing tournaments and stuff.
I do. I can hold my own. I'm competitive, but I'm not. There's a lot of better guys out there in Central Ohio than me.
Do you do anything to give yourself just a slight advantage above anyone else? Not that it's cheating.
No,
but it's but you just. There's something you can do to give yourself a slight advantage. Is there some kind of extra? I don't know.
I make sure that I eat and I'm a camel during a tournament because the best thing to do is just keep that bait wet, keep casting. So I don't ever break. Ever.
Okay, all right. Well, I bring it up because there is a gentleman by the name of James Wade. He is a professional dart player overseas, and he has made a name for himself. Because, yet again, there is another Fartgate investigation going on. Yep. He is known as the Farter Darter. As a professional dart player, apparently...
The
Farter Darter. Apparently what he does is, if a match is close, he stands at that 8-foot line, he throws his darts, and as he's walking towards the dartboard to collect his darts, he's like... and he just leaves one right there at the throwing line for the next opponent.
Okay, so this is a strategy. It's not a medical condition.
Yes, exactly. Or at least that's what people are saying.
Yeah.
Because it's happened on more than one occasion now.
Okay, so he's crop dusting all opponents.
Yes.
All right.
Wow. Yep. He has invented a new game called Fart Darts. And basically you're trying to distract or throw off the other contestant as they step up to the line. Because, yeah, it would be very difficult. I think we've all been in the grocery store just trying to find an item walking down the aisle. And you're like, what in the hell just happened here? What? Who? You're looking around like, who just left the aisle? Who needs to go to the bathroom right now?
And also, you want to let everybody else know it's not you. That wasn't me.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly, because sometimes you walk by and you're like, man, that is going to really itch when it dries because something's not right. So, if you ever play against James Wade or if you enjoy darts, just know it's not against the rules. He's not breaking the rules by doing this. I mean, it's just got himself a bit of flatulence. So, try it next time you're in a dart competition. Go ahead and crop dust the competition right before you leave the line to go collect your darts.
That's not going to help me in tug of war.
It is not.
It's not going to do anything.
You're just going to be
my own team.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, man, give him the old dart chart. Oh, that's awful. So bad. It's 99.7 The Blitz.
Not so breaking news. The news already broke. We're trying to put it back together.
All right, let's talk about a couple of thieves. This first story from KLKN in Nebraska, where police in Nebraska are searching for a bunch of thieves, or I should say a few thieves, who stole a person's vacation fund from their home last week. How rude. You know, people put away a little bit and a little bit and a little bit, just trying to save up for that vacation. You're going to go and take it. One of them entered through the back door and stole $200 worth of cash from a dresser, and then stole $3,000 in quarters, which had been being saved to pay for the vacation.
That's a lot of quarters.
That's 12,000 quarters. Is what that is. Yep. You can imagine you're that family that does like the whole change thing. Like, don't spend any change. Bring all the change home. Then it always goes in the bucket.
We'll turn it into something cool.
Exactly. 12,000 quarters. A security camera captured two of them in the gray Scion TC leaving from an alley behind the home. One of them was a getaway driver. And here's the thing. The thieves might have known the victim and knowing that they were hoarding quarters because the guy who entered the house successfully deactivated some security cameras first. So, how did you know about security cameras?
And how much does 12,000 quarters weigh?
That's the other question. That's got to be heavy.
I know, right?
That has got to be extremely heavy to steal $3,000 worth of quarters.
Yeah.
Police are still looking for them. Your second thief comes out of Arizona, and you know it's bad when your own attorney says it's one of the dumbest, ill-conceived, short-sighted, most audacious crimes in Arizona state history. Here's the thing. Santa Cruz County treasurer Elizabeth Gutfar is being sentenced, or was sentenced this past Monday, for crimes she committed stealing $1.6 million. I'm sorry, let me rephrase that. More than $38 million from taxpayers. Basically, the thing is, it was through embezzlement and tax evasion. And according to records, anyone could have looked at the public tax records and easily seen what she was doing. Apparently, it was all right there in the paperwork.
Wow.
But no one caught it. It went undiscovered for about 10 years.
There is no possible way you can enjoy that in your day-to-day life. You have to be sweating it, waiting to be caught. Like, your entire life has to be just full of fear, looking over your shoulder, sweating it out day to day, waiting for the cops to come to your front door because you're stealing.
But she didn't.
Oh,
at all. No, she was out and about. Apparently, she thought she could put the surplus of funds into real estate and cattle businesses and repay the money once things turned around.
Okay.
And that did not happen. She affected school districts, fire districts, all depending on that Santa Cruz County money. And even her lawyer, when stepping up to speak to the judge, she pled guilty. And this is why she's being sentenced after 10 years. However, her attorney gets up in front of the judge and says, Miss Gutfars committed one of the dumbest, ill-conceived, short-sighted, and most audacious crimes in Arizona state history. Her scheme was not well-planned. She made no real effort to conceal her actions. Even a cursory review of financial records or publicly available information would have quickly uncovered her crimes.
You are so dumb. You are really dumb.
And
that was her lawyer.
Right, 100%. But here's the thing. Her lawyer's admitting even a cursory review, and no one reviewed the records for 10 years. She was allowed to get away
the dumb ones.
with $38 million? How is this possible?
Night.
How is this possible?
This is one of those crimes, though, where the perpetrator says, well, I was going to pay it back.
Yes.
She was planning to pay it back.
She was totally planning on paying it
You'll find
back.
100 people right now at the casino going, let me just bet an extra. If I can just turn this $100 into $1,000, I can pay my rent.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like you think you're going to make money
Hey.
to cover your crimes.
Hey, I don't need to be attacked right now. I'm trying to work. Okay?
Dude, you popped into my head.
No,
Leave me
you
out
don't
of this.
do that.
I wouldn't even look at you. I was like, I don't want to look at Goose right now.
I'm just saying that's such a desperate situation.
I have not done that in the past 2 months. So you just leave me out of
I know
this.
you had a rough night at the casino last week.
I did. It wasn't a win. We'll just say that right now. It's 997 The Blitz.
Yeah.
All right, we've got tickets to give away. 311 and Bad Flower are going to be at Kemba Live on August 24th, and we don't have one pair. We don't have two pair. We've got 3 pair of tickets to give away, which means we are going to play everybody's favorite game show, Don't Blow It for Everyone. Yes. Here we go. I need 3 contestants right now. 800-821-9970. Very simple game. 3 contestants, 3 questions. You each get your own question. You each answer your own question correctly, and all of you are getting a pair of tickets. If one of you gets your question wrong, that's it. Game over. We hang up on everyone. I'm going to change it up just slightly today, just very slightly.
Yeah.
Oh.
Here's the deal. When your time comes, I'm going to give you a choice. Movie, TVs, or music.
Oh, I love it.
Which question do you want? Because each round has a question about a movie, a question about a TV show, a question about some music. So, but once you pick it, that category is gone. So you might be taking someone else's strong category. You don't know.
I love it.
All right, here we go. Blitz, good morning. Hi, who's this?
John.
John, hang on one second. You're contestant number 1. Blitz, good morning. Hi, who's this?
AJ.
AJ, you're contestant number 2. Hang on one second. Blitz, good morning. Hi, who's this?
Garrett.
Derek?
Garrett.
Garrett.
All right, Garrett. Well, if you tell that yipper snapper to be quiet in the background, maybe we can hear you. All right, John, AJ, Garrett, here we go. You are all playing for 311 and Bad Flower tickets. You cannot help each other out. John, you called in first. So, little new twist for this game. You get to choose movie, TV, or music. Which category do you want to go with, John?
Movie.
Movie. All right. Here we go, John. Question number 1. Christopher Mintz-Plasse is celebrating a birthday today. He's famous for playing which funny-named character in the movie Superbad?
McLovin.
That is the correct answer. McLovin it is. John, you are off the hook here. AJ, we move on to you. All right, your choice. TV or music? Which category do you want to go with, AJ?
Let's do music.
Music. All right, here we go. In 2014, the movie version of Jersey Boys was released. It's based on which singer or band? Singer and band.
Billy Joel.
Billy Joel. That is an incorrect answer. No. Incorrect. Jersey Boys. Kelly, do you know the answer?
Is it Bon Jovi? I don't know.
It is not.
No idea.
No clue. Thick.
Nope.
Anything. No, it was a Broadway show, then it became a movie.
Yeah.
Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons.
Okay, not Bon Jovi.
Not Bon Jovi at all. No, okay. All right. Sorry. Well, let's try again. Blitz, good morning. Hi, who's this?
Hi, this is Bridget.
Bridget. Hang on, Bridget. You're contestant number 1. Blitz, good morning. Hi, who's this?
Hello, hi, it's Sydney.
Sydney. All right, Sydney. Hang on one second. You're contestant number 2. Blitz, good morning. Hi, who's this?
Josh.
John?
Josh.
Josh. All right, Josh. Bridget, Sydney, and Josh. All right, all trying to win 311 and Bad Flower tickets. Don't blow it for everyone. Bridget, you called in first. You get the first question, and you get the first choice. Movie, TV, or music. Which category do you want?
Movie.
Movie. All right, here we go. John Goodman is celebrating a birthday this weekend. He was in the movie Big Lebowski, which incorporated which sport into the plot?
Bowling.
Yes.
Bowling is the correct answer. Absolutely. The dude abides. All right. You're off the hook, Bridget. Sydney, on to you. We've got TV and music left. Which category do you want?
Music.
Ryan Seacrest here. When you have a busy schedule, it's important to maximize your downtime. One of the best ways to do that is by going to ChumbaCasino.com. Chumba Casino has all your favorite social casino games like spin slots, bingo, and solitaire that you can play for free for a chance to redeem some serious prizes. So hop on to ChumbaCasino.com now and live the Chumba life. Sponsored by Chumba Casino.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
Music. All right, here we go, Sydney. Buckethead is a guitarist who wears a KFC bucket on his head on stage. He played with which iconic rock band for a while? Hey, who's helping you? Shush. Who's helping you out?
Guns N' Roses.
Okay. Who are you sitting there with, Sydney? Your husband, your boyfriend?
AJ, he was the last caller on the game.
Oh, you're teaming up, you little cheaters. All right.
All right.
Well, it wasn't Josh helping you out.
Questions.
At least it wasn't Josh. All right, Josh. So now it all falls on you, Josh. You've got the leftover TV category. Are you ready, Josh?
Yep.
All the pressure falls on you. Here we go. Either you're all winning tickets or nobody's winning tickets. So here we go. Today in 2008, the kids show Camp Rock debuted on TV on which network?
Disney.
He says the Disney Channel.
Right?
Demi Lovato and the Jonas Brothers starred in Camp Rock on the Disney Channel.
Oh, finally!
Bridget, Josh, and AJ won tickets. Congratulations.
AJ, I'm weird.
311 and Bad Flower. You're going to be there August 24th at Kemba Live. Everybody hang out. We'll get some information for you. Congratulations. Enjoy the show. 99.7 The Blitz. I know that for a lot of us, kind of mentally, 3 weeks ago, we kicked off summer, with Memorial Day weekend and everything, kind of the unofficial start to summer. But today is the summer solstice. Today is the official first day of summer. And as we roll into it, I was kind of thinking to myself, what kind of little changes do I want to make? I've had some big changes, obviously, over the past few months. Coming down here, joining the show. It was just 2 weeks ago that the family finally joined me. We're all settled into our new place in Hilliard. But now that summer is here, just some little changes that I'd like to make. Or at least the lies I'm going to tell myself.
Okay.
For the summertime. Like, now that the days are longer, I'm going to take advantage to get outside and get some walking in. I'm going to try that.
Okay.
Really hard.
Yeah.
Probably a lie, but I'm going to try. During our family vacation, I am not going to ditch everyone and go drink at the hotel bar.
Okay. All right. That's a good goal.
Is that a new thing? Will that be a new thing?
I'm going to tell myself that. No. Maybe a little. I promise I'm going to end the 4th of July with just as many fingers as I started with.
Oh, that's a good goal.
That's a goal for the summer. Let's see. I am going to not get drunk at the barbecues this summer.
Okay.
Well, why that one? That's
just little baby steps, little goals.
Okay.
Little goals. And another goal for this summer. If and when I have to pee, I'm going to get out of the pool this time. Gonna make my way out of the pool.
That's what the chlorine's for, man.
See, that's kind of the mindset.
It kills it in seconds.
That's what I think.
Yeah.
And before everybody starts texting, the blue coloring is not true. It's a myth. It doesn't happen. They don't do that.
They don't do that?
Nothing. No, your pee doesn't turn blue in any swimming pool.
But it just turns yellow.
Well, it's just yellow. It's
Thick's nickname in elementary was Bluey because of the blue cloud following around the swimming pool.
It just looked like he had a flock of Smurfs swimming underwater with him all the time. Because there is enough water. If you look at the dilution rates, there's enough water in a pool that we're not talking like a kiddie pool. We're not talking a little plastic pool. We're talking like
a giant
like when
public swimming pool.
When we go to the lake house, that's where you jump off the boat.
Yeah.
And you just go, you go pee.
Everyone's peeing in the lake.
Yeah.
Every single human is peeing in a lake.
I'm on a boat for 9 hours. What else am I going to do?
What is he going to do? Yeah.
So many people at Alan have seen his, what?
Yeah.
So many
Everybody.
people.
Wow. Everybody. I don't ever think about it until there is the lake that we're on. They do an event called Muckfest, which is basically the sandbar, and you've got hundreds of boats and hundreds of people in waist-high water, and they put a band on 2 pontoon boats.
Yeah.
So the music's playing, everyone's chilling on the boat, everyone's standing around the stage in waist-high water. But that whole area, that's too concentrated.
Yeah.
Because no one's getting out of the waist-high water to go pee. Yeah.
There's probably some number 2s dropping out here and there.
Oh, that floats. Sometimes it floats.
I would be so mad
if you got hit in the calf.
Yeah, you just feel a little boop right on your hip.
Oh no!
And you look down, or if it came at a high velocity and then it sticks like one of those suction cup, and it just sticks to you.
Yeah.
Oh, because somebody's not eating enough fiber.
Yeah. And then you just have like a side horn.
Yeah.
Or it hits you from both sides and you've got bike handles on your hips.
Oh, I hate that.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then your friend walks up behind you and pretends you're a motorcycle and is like, me, and just revs the log on your hip.
Oh, my gosh. Hey, by the way, that they do that same thing where everybody's partying, the band's out at Indian Lake. I don't know if they do it at Buckeye Lake, but they definitely do it at Indian Lake.
I meant to ask you about that because I'm glad you brought that up because here's a question. Coming up in about 3 weeks, 4 weeks, is supposed to be our annual lake party that my best friend and I have thrown for this would be the 22nd year.
Yeah.
But I shared the heartbreaking story that about a month ago, 6 weeks ago, the lake house burnt down. There was an electrical fire in the garage, and it burnt the whole place down. And so we don't have a place to go this summer. So we were looking for some place to go, and I Googled, like, party lakes, and Buckeye Lake came up.
Yeah, Indians. I'd go to Indian.
You'd go to Indian?
I would.
Oh,
okay.
You got to go to Buckeye Lake. Papa Booze, everybody's partying there.
Well,
they're having a great time. You got to check out both of them. They're both within driving distance.
They're both party lakes with
Both
bars
party
and
lakes.
restaurants on the water.
Indian Lake's cool as heck. Yeah, you got to check out both of them.
Well, we only have one weekend to do this, so I mean we will throughout the summer. But for this official weekend, we need to find an Airbnb or something for about 8 people.
Okay, so that's what I was going to say.
And then boat rental because we got to rent a pontoon boat or something.
That's spend a day marina at Indian Lake, but you need to get on and see if you can book a place like today because you're talking they fill up all the good spots.
Because Buckeye Lake, I found a place for the weekend yesterday.
Well, then you might if you can't find something at Indian, you might want to book that. Just wherever you can find the ideal place and get your boat rental reserved. Take that because it's so close.
Okay. All right. I forgot about Indian Lake. So Buckeye, either is a good option.
They're both the same. They're both the same depth. They're both the same style.
Okay.
They're both party lakes. Yes.
Good to know. I'm doing the research today.
One's east and one's west. An hour either way.
We want to go west.
That's Indian.
Easier.
That's Indian Lake.
Okay. We'll have to look at Indian Lake. Good to know. Thank you very much. 987 The Blitz.
Now, all right,
3 things you need to know before you go.
Well, it's really a medical miracle. The FDA has approved a drug that's been shown to nearly eliminate the spread of HIV in clinical trials. The twice-yearly injectable is called Yeztugo, and the head of the company that makes the drug says this could end the HIV epidemic once and for all.
Wow, that's awesome.
I mean, if you think about where we were in the 80s and just what a horrifying, there was no answer for this horrific disease, and now you can live with it. In fact, over 1 million Americans are currently living with HIV. The co-founder and CEO of the messaging app Telegram is named Pavel Durov. He plans to leave his billions to his offspring, all 106 of them. In an interview with a French magazine, the 40-year-old Pavel Durov says he recently wrote his will, and his fortune will go to the 6 children he has with 3 partners. And he says he's also the official father of around 100 more in 12 countries, born since he started making anonymous sperm donations 15 years ago. He says, quote, I want to specify I make no difference between my children. There are those who were conceived naturally and those who come from my sperm donations, and they are all my children, and they will all have the same rights. So basically, I guess if you were conceived via an anonymous sperm donation, like they don't even narrow down the countries here, but it's almost like trying to find that golden ticket.
Yeah, that is a Willy Wonka scenario for sure. But if I was one of the 6, I'd be mad.
Hey, wait a minute.
Did you raise me?
Look at everything I've done for you your whole life.
Right.
He's
I
only
loved
40.
you.
It's like, who's going to take care of you when you're 80, huh?
Mm-hmm.
I'm
the one who had to put up with all this.
Yeah.
Pay me for my dime.
Yeah, if you can establish paternity, which you can do, and I don't know how you go about getting into contact with this guy if he's your dad. I have no idea, but he's worth $13.9 billion, so it might be worth figuring out.
I'm going to send in a sample just to see if it just in case. They might mess it up and say, oh, yeah, he's your kid.
Yep.
Yeah.
Even though I'm older.
Let's see. Oh, yeah.
Didn't you say he was 40?
Yeah. Well, a beloved school crossing guard in England has been told he can no longer give kids high fives as they cross the road. 57-year-old Neil Cotton helps kids cross the street in East Yorkshire, England, and has been told to stop high-fiving because other drivers have made formal complaints about having to sit there an extra 5 seconds as the kids cross the street.
Oh, for God's sake.
Shut up!
Do you believe it? So they've been calling the school, apparently, like, tell this guy to quit wasting time. We're trying to get to work.
Okay, Karen.
Yeah, 5 freaking seconds that you can't wait for this guy to make some kid's day.
Is it really even 5? I mean, they're walking. I'm assuming he's high-fiving them as they're walking across.
So he has been told by the school to absolutely do not give out another high five, but some parents are pushing back saying, listen, these high fives make my kids' morning.
Yes.
I mean, they're so happy when they get to school and when they come home. So they're demanding his right to high five be restored. But the school is like, listen, we just want the kids to focus and not be distracted anymore.
Shut up.
We love Neil Cotton and he's a great crossing guard, but no more high fives.
Why are some people such miserable pricks?
I
don't get it.
Boo!
I mean,
how unhappy are you with your life that you can't have a crossing guard high five the kids on the way to school and hype them up?
And you want everybody to be as miserable as you are.
Yeah, I guess. All right. Well, high fives around the room. And those are your 3 things.
I mean, crazy to think about it. It's the first day of summer, but we're only 2 months away from preseason football.
Not even. I mean, training camp's open in a month. That first week of August is the Hall of Fame game.
Yeah, so 7 weeks away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
it'll be here before you know it.
Yes,
so
it will.
Very excited for football to return. Unless, of course, maybe you're a Cleveland Browns fan. I don't know. Maybe you are. Maybe you think things will be different this year. Maybe you were very happy with the draft pick of Shedeur Sanders in the, the 5th round, was it? You fell to the 5th round, I think it was.
Yeah, because they took Dylan Gabriel before him in the 4th from Oregon.
Yep. I don't know. I'm not surprised by this whatsoever. But Cleveland Browns rookie quarterback Shedeur Sanders was citing for speeding. He was going 91 miles an hour in a 65 mile an hour zone in Brunswick Hills. And that was last Wednesday. However, not long before that, he was ticketed for going over 100 miles an hour in a 60 mile an hour zone. And I think at one point he was caught doing 90 in like a 25 mile an hour zone.
He has the need for speed.
He has the need for no repercussions for his actions whatsoever. I get it. You've got the money. You got a fast car. You don't care. You don't care how many points you get on your license because you can afford the insurance.
But once you hit a certain number, you lose your license.
True.
I think it's 12, which is 6 speeding tickets.
In Michigan, I know it's 12, yeah. Here, I'm not sure. But I will say this. A lot of times when you're going 30 or more over the speed limit, that's reckless driving. That can be 6 points on your record.
Oh, yeah. They can. If you go too far over, they can actually take you to jail.
Yeah.
They can arrest you right there on the road, man.
So what's going to happen, if anything? Probably not. Not only can he afford the insurance, he can afford the good lawyers to get him off. But, boy, all of this before his first NFL snap, which probably isn't going to take place for a long time anyways. He's not getting the starting job.
I don't know. Look at the competition. He could. He very well could.
Okay, I mean,
is Dylan the other rookie?
If I had money to bet, it wouldn't be Shedeur Sanders.
I don't know. But you asked, and TJ said, nope, Goose, my Cleveland Browns will suck forever.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. There you go. Well, keep an eye on what happens. I hope he can get his stuff right, because this ain't a great start. I'll tell you that much right now. 99.7 The Blitz.
Now, let's see if we can learn you something. Sit up and pay attention.
Yeah, let's make you a little bit smarter than you were when you woke up this morning. Little tidbits you can take with you throughout your weekend, feeling all special and stuff. Did you know that someone patented the process of surgically turning an animal into a unicorn in 1982?
Oh, for God's sakes.
What's the patent on that?
They were
sewing a horn on their head?
Yeah,
I don't understand.
Paint it,
Yeah, paint it like rainbow
pastels
colors?
or
Yeah.
whatever, yeah.
Yeah, that's very strange. Madagascar reportedly got its name when Marco Polo sailed there. Mistakenly thought he was in Mogadishu, Somalia, and he misspelled Mogadishu in his notes so badly that it looked like Madagascar. And so they stuck with the name Madagascar.
That is a great story about
it's a great origin
for your
story.
Country, you know, the story to tell about the name of your country.
How'd you get your name? Well, thought it was in Mogadishu.
Dude couldn't write.
Yeah. Mogadishu to Madagascar. I can totally see that happening. Hot dogs may have gotten their name because people in the 1800s suspected that sausages were stuffed with dog meat.
Well, that makes as much sense as anything. I have no idea. Why do you call it a hot dog?
Very, very true.
Wow.
I did not know this, but orcas are a natural predator of moose. Moose can actually swim slightly faster than Michael Phelps and can dive for food.
What?
Yeah.
Faster than Michael Phelps?
Yes.
That big-ass moose?
Yes.
What?
And that's why
and they dive for what?
Food. They can dive underwater to
and
get
so
food.
The whales will come after him?
Whales will come after him.
Well, look at this.
Could you imagine a whale eating a moose?
Yes, I can.
Oh,
That's
man.
crazy.
And finally, here's am I getting old type scenario for you. The Simpsons has been on TV for so long that Fox once moved The Simpsons to Thursday night to compete with The Cosby Show.
Wow.
I remember that timeline.
When the episodes were brand new.
Yeah. And they were going up against The Cosby Show. Crazy. Learning you some stuff on a Friday morning, 99.7 The Blitz.
Having a life scholarship and being able to afford to go to college made me feel inspired to go.
When I got a life scholarship, it was such a relief.
I knew that I wanted to have an impact. Having a life scholarship through the SC Education Lottery was huge. It gave me the opportunity to make that impact right here at home.
The South Carolina Education Lottery. A better you, a better us, a better South Carolina. Visit sceducationlottery.com/betteryou.
Riley Herbst from 2311 Racing here, and you know what grinds my gears? Waiting for coffee. But instead of counting frappes and lattes, I fire up Chumba Casino. No apps, no fuss, just fun social casino games to pass the time. By the time my coffee's ready,
Order for Riley.
I've already taken a few victory laps. Next time you're stuck waiting, make it entertaining. Play for free at ChumbaCasino.com. Let's Chumba.
Sponsored by Chumba Casino. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.